Good evening and welcome to the monthly Board of Education meeting for Elizabeth City Pasquotank Public Schools. ECPPS is a progressive public school district committed to reimagining education so that all students are given choices to discover and explore their hopes and dreams. And now to begin the meeting, Board of Education Chairperson Angela Cobb.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Pam Perez. I will be serving in Chair Cobb's absence this evening, so bear with me. At this time, we're going to stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. You may be seated. Ms. Bundy, can I get a roll call, please?
Yes, ma'am. Angela Cobb is not present. Pam Pereza.
Here.
Valerie Bogues.
Here.
Angelique Boylan is absent. Tommy Old.
Here.
Sharon Warden.
Present.
Dr. Sheila Williams is absent. Cheyenne Barrett.
Here.
Natalie Gallup.
Here.
And Catherine Hutto.
Here.
Great, thank you. Ms. Bogues, will you read our ethics awareness statement, please?
Okay. Welcome to the April 27, 2026 meeting of the Elizabeth City Pasquotank Board of Education. It is my duty to remind members of the board that it is your responsibility to avoid all conflicts of interest and potential conflicts of interest in accordance with Chapter 138A of North Carolina General Statutes. As public servants, it is your duty to continually monitor, evaluate, and manage your personal, financial, and professional affairs in such a way as to ensure the absence of conflicts or potential conflicts. Does any member know of any conflict of interest or potential conflict of interest with respect to any matter coming before the board today? Let the record reflect that no conflicts exist.
Great, thank you, Ms. Bogues. At this time, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda for April 27, 2026, amended for item H, the contract amendment for Debbie Stooks.
I'll second that.
Okay. It has been moved by Mr. Olds and seconded by Ms. Warden. Can I get a vote by show of hands? Okay, let the record reflect that that was unanimous. All right, now now we're going to turn over for recognitions, Dr. Parker. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Want to thank everybody for coming out this evening, and what we've got is a packed house tonight. So really excited about some recognitions. We've got some really good things that we're going to recognize, a lot of talent from our staff and our young people this evening, and we're really excited about to do that. So we're going to kick it off with Miss Williams from River Road Middle School, and we've got our band here. So let's give a round of applause for our band, River Road Band. And once we have kicked it off here, we're just going to continue the recognition. So if somebody's leading one, then follow that agenda, and you feel free to come right on up. We'll kick it off with you, Miss Williams. Thank you all for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having us here. Is this on? Okay, great. Thank you, guys. Thanks, board members, community, and fellow teachers, and also our students. For those of you who don't know me, I am Christy Williams. I am the band director at River Road Middle School. This is my 24th year, all in ECPPS and all at River Road. I am a very dedicated and loyal Rocket. Some activities from our band this year. We started the year, as we do with all of our sixth graders, completing band registration, and we had about over 30 sixth graders who we were able to get signed up for band and get instruments into their hands at the beginning of the year. We had a performance with the NHS football game. We performed our annual Halloween costume concert in October. We performed for the River Road Pep Rally. Our sixth graders brought their parents to band class for their very first in-class performance in October. We performed our winter concert in December. We traveled to the College of the Albemarle to learn how plants produce sound. We traveled to the Museum of the Albemarle to hear a brass duo from the North Carolina Symphony that was visiting from Raleigh. We were selected to have guest jazz musicians from Elizabeth City State perform in our cafeteria for our band students. We completed a solo and small ensemble project in class, and the best project performances went on to present at our annual music recital in March. Some of them you will get to hear tonight. 11 of our 7th and 8th graders were selected to participate in the Regional Honor Band, the Albemarle Band Clinic held at First Light High School. The 8th graders toured 4 of our elementary schools performing music and presenting on their instruments in March. We traveled to Elizabeth City State to hear live jazz in April, and we traveled to Norfolk Scope Arena to take in the Virginia International Tattoo Festival as part of the Virginia Arts Festival also in April. And next week, we will present our final performance, our annual spring concert on May 6th at 7 p.m. in the River Road Gym. Please make plans to attend. Tonight, I have 5 songs being presented. Our first song will be by a trumpet trio, Javier, Jordan, and Jameson, then a saxophone solo, Ariana, a brass duo, Tiffany and Samantha, a clarinet duo, Trinity and Keziah, and a trombone solo, Isaac. Thank you. Technical difficulty, give us one moment.
Let's give Ms. Williams and team and students one more round of applause if you would. And Caroline, I know we're sitting down, but Caroline, if we could just grab a group photo of the band students by the screen while we move on to our next presentation, that would be awesome. Thank you, Ms. Williams, for that. We're going to move on and going to ask our micro school students to come up, and their principal, Ms. Kalina Bartlett, is coming forward. So everybody that may not know about our micro school, we launched a new type of school this past year. It's a school that will be from grades 5 through 8. It right now has grades 5 and 6. It's got 25 students in it. It's got 2 teachers, and they do a lot of different things. One of the things they do is they get their music and theater and dance class not from an ECPPS teacher, but they travel to the Arts of the Albemarle once a week, and that's where they get their class. And so we work with some of our community partners to provide theater, dance, and music to these young people. And last semester, they produced their first ever play, which is a portion of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And several of the students had never been on a stage before. And so they're going to perform about a 5-minute version, a little excerpt of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. So let's give the micro school students a round of applause. And once we completed this portion of the skit, then we'll go into the Governor School recognitions, Ms. Griffin. And we'll be back in the right order.
PPS mom. My daughter Grace is in 2nd grade at Weeksville Elementary. We have been so happy to collab with the micro school this year. I also had the privilege of being this group's theater teacher and overseeing their general music class, their drum class, and their dance class. This fall we started with them on just being seen and just being heard, and how introducing yourself clearly is one of the greatest skills that they can ever have in life. We practice these skills through theater. On May 19th, they're going to be performing 2 fairy tales, Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. And in this fall, they did scenes from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, as Dr. Parker said. We're going to see one scene from that play today. Here we have Charlie Brown and his friends about to perform on their first ever baseball game. Let's give them a round of applause.
All right, gang. I want this game to be our biggest and best game of the season. If we really just remember teamwork and we really grit our teeth and bear down, I'm sure we can finish off the season.
That other team was trash talking to Charlie Brown. I'm not even with them though. I said, "You think you're so great?" Mozart was writing symphonies from his range. That really showed up.
I bet it did.
If we really just grit our teeth and bear down, I'm sure we can finish off the season.
Perhaps you shouldn't be playing manager, Charlie Brown. Perhaps you should be a bench manager.
That's a good idea. You would make a great bench manager, big brother.
You can say bench do this or bench do that.
You can even be in charge of where to put the bench.
When we get to the playing field, you can say, let's put the bench here, or let's put the bench there.
I can't stand it.
What's the point of playing when we know we're gonna lose? If there was even 1,000,000 to 1 chance, it would make some sense.
Well, there may not be 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but there may be at least 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance. Come on, give me a T!
T!
Give me an E!
E!
Give me an A!
A!
Give me an M!
M!
What's that spell? T!
T!
All right, let's do one more round of applause right there for our young people. And this semester, I believe coming up soon, Ms. Bartlett's going to share a date with us, but they are also doing 2 additional productions this semester. One is, I believe, a portion of Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, and so they're going to continue to work on that. So if you'd like to learn more about our micro school and also applications of how students can enroll there, then we'd love to share that with you. Information's on our website as well. So excited about the work that's going on there. We're going to continue on with our recognitions and ask Ms. Griffin to come forward and recognize our Governor School students. Let's give Ms. Griffin a round of applause.
Good evening, Co-Chair Pereza, Dr.
Parker, and community members, and also our distinguished board. This evening, I am pleased to announce that this year, ECPPS has 2 students that have been selected to attend the 2026 summer session of North Carolina Governor's School West at Goldsboro College. The Governor's School of North Carolina is the oldest statewide summer residential program for gifted and talented high school students in the nation. The program is administered by the State Board of Education and the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction through the Office of Advanced Learning and Gifted Education. Each summer, selected students are invited to attend Governor's School to help them build a learning community during a 4-week residential session. Students are encouraged to explore and ask questions with the purpose of learning for its own sake and discovering new possibilities that complement their high school instruction without the regular pressures of test scores and grade point averages. The Governor's School emphasizes collaborative efforts in all disciplines. Students go through a local and state nomination process. At the rigorous selection processes and over 1,850 state-level nominations, NCDPI is excited to invite Charlize Jordan and Victoria Stafford to attend the 2026 session of the North Carolina Governor's School. And they are not here with us this evening, but their principal from the Elizabeth City Early College, Ms. Jennifer Lee, will be coming up to accept this award on their behalf. So once I'd like to say congratulations to you. Oh, and also, I'd like to also call up Ms. Michelle Flock, who is here with us this evening as well, who helped those students to get their applications in. Thank you all so very much. Have a great evening.
Good evening, Dr. Parker, Vice Chair Pereza, board members, and guests. I am here to recognize teachers and students from 3 of our schools who participated in the North Carolina Renewable Energy Competition on March 28th at the Coastal Studies Institute in Manteo. Student teams were tasked with designing and constructing a wind or water turbine that they brought to the competition to test and compete against other teams from schools across North Carolina. They also participated in a team interview and several mini challenges. ECPPS had 4 teams compete from 3 schools: Weeksville Elementary, P.W. Moore Elementary, and River Road Middle School. The Weeksville team had the highest score for their sail car mini challenge, and P.W. Moore team won the water turbine competition for their age group. I will now call up the teachers, students, and parent volunteers who contributed to the success of each school team. Please join me in congratulating them for their work. The team from Weeksville was led by AIG facilitator Michelle Flock. Team members included Grady Christian, McKenna Hurley, Elijah Marquette, Avery Smithley, Megan Smithley, Kaya Spellman, We'd also like to recognize a parent volunteer, Evelyn Smithley, who was extremely helpful at the competition. The team from River Road Middle School was also led by Ms. Flock. Her team at River Road included Angelina Bargard, Chase Colson. Rayette Cooper. Paisley Parker. Kendall Spellman. And Sophie Valladares. Both teams from P.W. Moore were led by the media coordinator, Jill Turner. The P.W. Moore team included Noah Escobar Carvaribes, Zion Mitchell, Richard Alvarez, Ivani Cyril Coupel, Cameron Jones, Natalia Griffin, Eric McKinney, Jaleel Lewis. We'd also like to recognize P.W. Moore parent volunteer Sarah Alvarez. And we'd also like to shout out Mr. Mitchell Manuel from Pasquotank County High School for driving the team to the competition on a Saturday. Thank you for everyone who made the competition a success.
Good evening, everybody. It is my absolute pleasure to stand before you today to recognize a truly outstanding group of students. Students who have demonstrated not only a love of reading, but an incredible level of commitment, discipline, and teamwork. Battle of the Books is no small challenge. These students didn't just read a book or two, they read 10 or more books, diving deep into characters, plots, themes, and details, and then they took that knowledge and stepped into a fast-paced, high-pressure competition where success depends on quick thinking, accuracy, and collaboration. That kind of preparation doesn't happen by accident. It takes hours of reading, rereading, quizzing one another, practicing responses, and then building trust as a team. And today we're here to celebrate a team that did all of that, and they did it exceptionally well. Representing Sheep Harney Elementary School and earning recognition as ECPPS Battle of the Books champions, please join me in congratulating the following students. Please come forward when I call your name. Pippa Harris. Rachel Selena Hernandez. Laura Parker. Rex Johnson. And we could not forget our wonderful coach and media coordinator for Sheep Harney Elementary School, Ms. Sharna Edmondson. These students have shown what it means to be dedicated learners and supportive teammates. Their success is not just about knowing the answers, it's about the effort, the perseverance, and the passion that they brought to every page and every practice session. In just a moment, you'll have the opportunity to see a video that they've prepared, giving us a glimpse into how they all worked together, how they studied, and how they pushed each other to be their very best. As you watch, I hope you'll see what I see, a team that embodies the very best of what we want for our students: curiosity, determination, and a genuine love for learning.
Hello, my name is Pippa, and I was one of the members of the Battle of Books at Sheep Heart. And what I think that really helped us strategize and win was that we did Battle and we did Jeopardy to switch it up and focus by ourselves in Jeopardy, so we knew each and every answer ourselves. And one big thing I did realize we had was we were committed to it. We weren't going to give up in the middle and not go anywhere else. We stayed there and we knew what we were doing and we were strong about it.
Hi, my name is Laura, and one of the other strategies we did is we discussed each book that we read. And that really helped us because we would know which question goes with which book, and that really helped us.
My name is Rex, and I'm one of the winners for BOB, and doing questions, and we were also, when we were doing battle, we were seeing which books had similarity and which books did not. And we were seeing how we practiced 3 times a day, and that we just did a lot of practice, and that's how we won.
Oh, hey, my name is Rachel, and I'm one of the members for BOB. So one of our strategies is we focused and used teamwork. And after we read the books, we discussed it and did over 50 questions for each book we read. So once in the beginning, when we didn't understand the questions, Ms. Edmondson went over them with us, and then we started understanding them more.
Piano teacher there, and I'm here with Emily Tabolt from Northeastern High School. She is the choral director and piano teacher there. And we have students that we are bringing tonight to recognize for some achievements they have made in music. I'm delighted to introduce 4 of the Pasquotank County High School choir students who participated in the North Carolina Solo Vocal Music Adjudications with the North Carolina Music Educators Association and the North National Association for Music Education. These are yearly MPAs, or music performance adjudications, that are done, and these students have the ability to participate in solo, duet, or quartet, trio, and they are adjudicated based on evaluated on their tone, vocal production, intonation, diction, technique, interpretation, and overall effect of their performance. Students are to choose selections and work on their pieces and then perform them. These repertoires should come from either classical music repertoire, or they may choose from the Golden Age musical theater or a spiritual type selection for their vocals. The 4 students that I had from Pasquotank County High School, each of these students received the highest rating offered by the state for music performance adjudications, a superior rating for each one of these students. They are all seniors. I have Audrey Farmer, Uduimo Jason Okiger, Christopher Quijada, and Liliana Thaxton. I am delighted to also share with you that these 4 students were also selected into the North Carolina All-East Regional Chorus that took place this month in New Bern. Audrey, Jason, and Chris were able to attend, and they sang in the chorus with over 350 select singers from across Eastern North Carolina. I have been blessed to work with these talented and dedicated and professional students. Additionally, each of them have been members of the ECPPS Theater and just completed a very successful run of performances of the yearly district musical Alice by Heart, including also Emma, who is with Northeastern High School and is Ms. Tabolt's student. I will turn it over to Ms. Tabolt.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Emma Dawson, who is a junior at Northeastern High School. Emma has been a part of chorus and choral collective since her freshman year. Her freshman year, she also became part of ECPPS Theater. Last year with ECPPS Theater, she displayed her talent as Sharon during its production of The Lightning Thief, and this year as Tabitha, the Cheshire Cat, with Alice by Heart. Outside of chorus and theater, Emma takes AP and honors classes and is part of JROTC. She completed her first MPA solo this spring. She also received a superior rating. Congratulations to Emma and all of these students.
Good evening, Vice Chair Pereza, board members, Dr. Parker, and community members. The elementary competition is such a special event for young athletes in our community. Far too often, as far up as professional sports, cheerleaders are often overlooked. Cheerleaders show up to every game, attend practices to prepare to cheer on the other sports, and it is especially important to allow them an opportunity to shine as well. This year, our elementary schools were invited to an end-of-season cheer competition, which was organized, and this first annual cheerleading event was really centered around highlighting the importance of crowd engagement, pulling the school community together, teamwork, and talent. That is exactly what the cheerleaders of ECPPS have done all season. Game day consists of a band dance, crowd leading section, and a fight song. Tonight, we would like to present to you the winners of the 2026 ECPPS cheer competition. J.C. Sawyer brought the spirit, energy, and put together an amazing routine. Their energy was genuinely electrifying, and we could all feel the pride that they shared to be a Dolphin. Congratulations, J.C. Sawyer, on a phenomenal season and earning the 2026 ECPPS Elementary Cheer Championship title. Tonight, we would like to present to you a few of their cheers. Dr. Parker, board members, I'd like to present to you our cheerleaders, along with their coaches, Ms. Shaquita Davis and Evelyn McKimmel, as well as their principal, Ms. Kim Robertson. Please give our cheerleaders another round of applause.
How cute are they? Let's give them one more round of applause as they go back to their seats. Full circle moment, going from being the parent of a J.C. Sawyer cheerleader to being the principal of the J.C. Sawyer cheerleaders. Good evening, everybody. I'm Kim Robertson, and I am the proud principal of J.C. Sawyer. It is our night to be recognized for all of the great things that we are doing in Dauphinland. One of the initiatives that we've taken this year is to make sure that our students are reading, because we know that readers are leaders. Students who read a minimum of 20 minutes a night read more than 1 million words a year, and research shows that they score within the 90th percentile on standardized tests. And it's testing season, and so we want to recognize our students who have taken the challenge to read and succeed. The students that I'm going to recognize tonight are the highest readers in their grade level. Our first reader is Noah Greer, who is our top kindergarten reader. Our first grade reader is Isaiah McNeese. Our second grade reader is Carson Jones. Next, our third grade reader is also our #1 reader in the school, who has read 545,188 words, Landon Aldridge. Our fourth grade reader is Justice Swain. Our fifth grade reader is Kaylee Berry, and Kaylee is also our second highest reader in the school with 525,064 words. And last but not least, we have Joseph Hanold, who is our #3 reader in the school with 216,715 words. All right. Way to go, readers. Keep up the good work. Next, I'd like to recognize some of my amazing staff members, because without them, none of this would be possible. First, I'd like to recognize Virginia Walton, who is our 3rd grade ELA MCL. She is also in charge of the Read and Quiz program, in addition to many, many other things, but we are very glad to have her at J.C. Sawyer. Next is Xavier Anderson. Mr. Anderson is our 4th grade math MCL. He's also our soccer coach and our basketball coach, and kind of one of the only guys in the building, so he wears a lot of hats. You are appreciated. Next is Ebony Blow. She's one of our Reach associates. Miss Blow also does the bulletin boards, so if you ever need inspiration, just drop by, because you never know what you're going to see, but it's amazing. Our next recognition is Michelle Brown. Michelle is our fourth grade math Reach Associate. She assists Mr. Anderson daily. They are pulling groups all across the school level. Next is Karen Colson. Miss Colson is our amazing art teacher. She's also the chairperson of our SIT team, also a bulletin board queen extraordinaire, and she does a lot for us. Next, I've got Katrina Sutton. Miss Sutton is our lead mentor. Seasoned first grade teacher and one of the best there is. I'd like to recognize Michelle Godfrey, our amazing nurse. She is not here tonight. Her father unfortunately passed away, but our nurse does it all. She answers the phone. She takes care of health crises. She goes wherever we need her to go, and she does whatever she's needed to do. So let's give it up for Miss Godfrey. And I'd also like to recognize my head custodian, Eric Glasper. I don't think Mr. Glasper could make it tonight either, but again, he is one of those people that goes above and beyond all the time. He answers the phone, he answers the door, he is running all around. We couldn't do it without him. Thank you to all of my staff, all of my students, and have a great evening.
Good evening, Board of Education, Vice Chair Pereza, Superintendent Dr. Parker, and our community. Tonight, I have the honor of telling you a story, our story, one filled with examples of exceeding excellence at every turn. This year, our district did something bold. We opened a micro school, a trailblazing step in public education rooted here in ECPPS, and as with any great story, it began with an idea. Dr. Parker planted the seed that started it all, an example of visionary excellence that set everything in motion. He asked us to reimagine what school could be for our students. From that vision, the innovation team was born. This team spent countless hours researching, planning, engaging our community, and laying the foundation for what became the micro school, an example of exceeding excellence in action. And so now I would like to call out members of the innovation team. I have about 5 names to call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can we hold applause until all 5 names are called? Kelly Cowell. Nina Griffin. Terry Wilson, she could not be with us tonight. Her son had a baseball game. Ebony Stallings and LaCoya Ure. When our board said yes, the journey truly began. And every journey needs people who help carry it forward, people who model exceeding excellence. As the timeline moved closer to our August 25 opening, I was still serving at Pasquotank County High School. During that time, 2 incredible leaders poured into me, each demonstrating exceeding excellence in leadership and mentorship. Mrs. Delicia Moore, your guidance, your wisdom, and your famous write this down moments help prepare me for this work in ways I carry with me every day. Ms. Devin Wilder, thank you for keeping me grounded and balanced through it all. They are both at senior night for Pasquotank County High School. As the vision became reality, there are those who help connect the dots, yet more examples of exceeding excellence. Mr. Pendleton, he could not be here tonight due to work obligations. Thank you for always pointing me in the right direction and counting and connecting me with the right people at the right time. And then came another yes. The yes from partners who believed in something new, partners who embody exceeding excellence in our community. I'd like to recognize our community partners. When I call your business, please come to the podium. Revitalize Fitness. Because of you, our students are building strength, discipline, and healthy futures. Thank you. Port Discover, you provide the lab, the space, and the spark for our future scientists. Joshua Sawyer, Interim Chair, Board of Directors, is here to accept this certificate on behalf of Port Discover. Thank you. Arts of the Albemarle. Through theater, music, drums, and dance, you've opened doors for creativity and expression. Thank you. April 19th, 1:15 p.m. is our next play, and that's at the Arts of the Albemarle. You are all invited. Heather Sawyer of Water Street Realty Group, you did not hesitate. You said yes to an innovative idea, helping our students step into the world of entrepreneurship with a student-led Airbnb experience. She is unable to be here due to her daughter's soccer game. Once our doors open, the village continued to show up, continuing these examples of excellence. To our food and nutrition department, thank you for nourishing our students each and every day. You are a vital part of our success. So at this time, I will ask the following to come forward. Tammy Reinhardt, Matthew Eckert, Shirley Williams, Pam Balance, Shirley Williams, Annette Dance, Lacey Stouffer, and Elizabeth Jackson. This year, we also welcomed 2 student teachers from Elizabeth City State University. Thank you. Where are y'all? Yes. You have been more than support. You have been family. Your proactive spirit, reflection, and flexibility have helped us shape our school. Thank you. Job well done. Casey McCoy and Alyssa Riggs. Within our building, Exceeding Excellence lives daily. Mr. Johnson, you take care of us every day. We know we call on you often, and yet you always show up without hesitation or complaint. Thank you. He had prior obligations. He was not able to be here. Miss Ellis, you take the ordinary and make it extraordinary. When we have questions, you always have answers. Thank you. Stay right there. Ms. Dudley, you take on multiple roles. with an I've got it mindset, and your unwavering commitment shows up in our scholars every single day. We appreciate you. And while I've named a few tonight, there are many more. Our Board of Education, Dr. Parker, Central Office staff, Technology Department, Maintenance Department, Transportation Department, ECPPS Leadership, Dr. Aaron Swanson, Jeff Emmerich, and so many others who have played a role in our journey. Each represents an example of exceeding excellence. It truly takes a village. Tonight is just the beginning of telling the micro school story, and we could not be standing here without each of you and your commitment to exceeding excellence. And finally, to our scholars and families, you are the heart of this work. Thank you for trusting us, growing with us, and believing in something new. Let's give our scholars and our families a round of applause. And now to recognize our 5th grade scholars. Quest Lewis, Hadley Simpson, Victor Estrada, Braylon Kasinger, Maria Fairby, Mariah Fairby, Aiden Fowler, Leah Moore, Jaden Green. Jaden Green could not be here tonight. He had baseball practice. Cameron Herring, Kyasia Davis, and Aviana Elliott. And now our 6th grade scholars. Joy Billups, Casey Fairby, she has a softball game tonight. Quincy Lewis, Raffy Rhodes, Elijah Wilson, he had a baseball game. Michaela Staten, LaShanti McCullen, she was unable to be here tonight. Zoe Lee, she was unable to be here tonight. Katana Jalak Spence, Messiah Mansfield, Xavier Bright, and Corbin Perkins. He has a baseball game also tonight. This is our first chapter, but it is not going to be our last. Thank you and good evening.
They're going 2 videos and then they're done.
This year, ECPPS has partnered with Opportunity Culture as a way to impact positive school improvement. Opportunity Culture is a national impact sponsored by Public Impact, which restructures K-2 schools so that the most effective teachers can reach more students without ever leaving the classroom. The model focuses on creating sustainable career paths to keep those excellent teachers in the classroom while giving them leadership roles to support their peers. The cornerstone of Opportunity Culture is the multi-classroom leader, otherwise known as the MCL. An MCL is a high-performing teacher who leads small teams of educators, provides on-the-job coaching, and remain accountable for the results of all the students across the team.
I'm the reading MCL here at J.C. Sawyer, which means multi-classroom lead. I do grades 3, 4, and 5. I help the teachers work with reading planning. We talk about data. I work with their students. I pull groups from all 3, 4, and 5 classes, and that helps with pushing their reading up. I also work with we have a reading quiz program where we're trying to encourage kids to do more reading. We also have Dolphin Tutoring Time where MacU and different places are coming in to help us work on reading tutoring.
In addition to the multi-classroom leader, there's built-in supports called the Reach Associate, otherwise known as the RA. The RA makes it possible for the MCL to leave the classroom to coach, teach small groups, observe. The Reach Associate is crucial to the structure of Opportunity Culture by providing ongoing support for the MCL.
What I do is facilitate the learning of the classroom when the MCL has to step out of the classroom to go facilitate and run small groups in other classes. I also do PLC training. I do all of the trainings that my teacher has to go to. It helps to catch students that may lag behind. Being in a classroom full of students, they get more one-on-one intervention and training.
I take kids out of the classroom, go to another room, and we work on the standards for our major testing, like our check-ins, our iReady, and getting ready for the ELG. We find their strategies, we zero in on their weaknesses, and try to strengthen those.
Once a week, I work with Ms. Brown in a small group. She helps me with my math to get better at decimals and line segments. Ms. Brown helps me understand how to sort the problems out and get the right answer.
With the MCL and the RA, we identify students' strengths and weakness by looking at the data and ensure that those data are catered to.
As a teacher here at J.C. Sawyer, having the MCLs and RAs are helpful because they help us during our weekly PLCs as well as common plannings to talk about data as well as discuss our groups that they will utilize during that week. They are creating schedules weekly to help pull students low, middle, and high to help bring them close to proficiency as possible. Having them here has been nothing but a great success here at J.C. Sawyer.
One of the things I'm most excited about with Opportunity Culture is distributed leadership. Each week we have the instructional leadership team, the MCLs, school counselor, K2 grade level representative. We all come together and meet twice a month to talk about the problem of instructional practice and the quarterly rocks. These bi-monthly meetings help us chip away at those rocks, analyze data, go out and collect more anecdotal data, and then sets the MCLs up to lead their professional learning community meetings weekly.
Most schools start with a bell. Mine starts with a purpose.
At my micro school, I'm not just a student. I'm a thinker, a creator, and a learner.
When I walk in, I'm greeted by my community.
We don't just jump into work, we connect with our friends.
Classes look different here. Sometimes it's a group,
Sometimes it's just me and my guide.
I learn at my own pace. Not too fast, not too slow. Just right for me. I am able to think deeply and challenge myself. I also have an AI tutor named Conmingo to support my learning.
And in the afternoons, we do project-based learning where we solve real-world problems through hands-on investigations using the Rock by Rock program.
Sometimes learning doesn't just happen in the classrooms because the world is a part of our micro school.
Here we also nurture my social and emotional needs with NXU lessons.
At the end of the day, I don't just leave with homework, I leave with growth.
Welcome to our micro school, where learning is personal and our scholars are known.
Madam Chair, I just want to thank all of our recognitions tonight and everybody participated, but particularly want to thank our two principals, Ms. Bartlett and Ms. Robertson, for just the incredible work that they're doing at their schools. And I think you were able to see this evening that we have some incredible opportunities for our young people and for the growth and transformation that's going on at J.C. Sawyer. We're so proud of it. And then in 1 year's time, everything that you saw here tonight for our micro school happened in less than a year, because this school only launched in August. And so for the really incredible things that are happening and all the work that went on to pull off the recognitions tonight, I just want to particularly thank our two principals for their work. So thank you all.
Yes, thank you guys, and thanks for everyone who's still here with us tonight. This is the portion of the meeting where we have public comment, and so we do not have anyone signed up this evening to speak. We are not going to take a break. We're going to continue forward with our superintendent's report. And if you do need to leave, you may do so, but please do so quietly.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A couple of things that I want to share tonight. I want to thank all of the students, some of whom were recognized this evening, that participated in the theatrical production, Alice by Heart. Miss Monica Williams alluded to that, but I had an opportunity to go and see that. This weekend we had performances starting on Thursday going through Sunday, and our young people under direction of our theater teacher, Miss Dix, with the support of Miss Williams and Miss Taybolt, just did an incredible job. We had a live band. The performance was at the Arts of the Albemarle. And I'm very excited that this year, for the first time, from my understanding, from the first time, there's Ms. Taybolt, she could correct me if I'm wrong, from the history of the last 11 years of production, we had one of our own students, Mr. Darius Ewer, who is one of our band students at Northeastern High School, was the corrector the second time in 11 years. But Darius is a high school student, and he was the conductor of the band. And Ms. Taybolt worked to bring them together. And if you've not heard, Ms. Taybolt is extremely talented in many ways, but particularly pianist. And so she led the group, and Darius was able to conduct the band. So we had a live orchestra, and then the production was just incredible. And so if you weren't able to make this one, I encourage you next year. I believe we've already landed on next year's play. It's not announced yet. We'll give you a little months of suspense, but next year we'd like for you to come see that. So congratulations to all the young people that were involved in that. The last recognition here, or thing I'll add in the comments, is just want to congratulate Elizabeth City State University Chancellor Dr. S. Keith Hargrove, who this past week had installation celebrations and an installation on Friday. Myself and Board Member Bogues and Board Member Warden were able to attend that on Friday at Elizabeth City State University. Also this past week, the university recognized the official opening of the Chancellor's new home that's being constructed over by Edgewood, and really just had an incredible opportunity celebrating with the university. As the board knows and the public may know, Elizabeth City State recently accepted a $42 million gift from Mackenzie Scott that was given to the university. And so when you just really look at the things going on right here in Elizabeth City, in our own backyard, in our city, we have a university that is growing, that's expanding, and just received the largest donation given to an HBCU per student in the history of HBCUs in the country. And that was right here in our own city, in Elizabeth City. And so that's something really for us to be proud of. But we're just so happy to continue to work with the university. In particular, so excited to officially, after a year, welcome Dr. Hargrove officially, and just really excited of everything going out. So want to send that out there. And having said that, that concludes the remarks. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Parker. At this time, we will hand over this portion of the meeting to our student board members. Believe it or not, after tonight, you only have one more meeting with us.
Keep working hard during these last couple weeks of school. Thank you all for your time.
Sorry.
And I believe the mic is not on that's in the, there we go. There we go.
Good evening, everyone. I am Cheyenne Barrett. I'm the Pasquotank County High School Student Board Member. For the month of April, students at Pasquotank County High School has been engaged in a number of important academic leadership and school spirit activities. We continue recognizing Sexual Awareness Week with activities shared throughout the school community to promote education and awareness. Preparations are also underway for Class of 2026 Senior Recognition Week, with activities planned during flex time to celebrate seniors and their accomplishments. Students are looking ahead to National High School Signing Day on May 1st, 2026, where seniors will be recognized for their post-secondary decisions. Families are invited to arrive in the gymnasium by 11:15 a.m. Seniors will also receive yard signs and media recognition during this event. In addition, a Senior Spirit Week will take place April 27th through May 1st. Several important student events and milestones occurred this month, including the NC Check-In Growth Party and the final PBIS celebration, which marked the last major PBIS event of the school year. Students also participated in the English 2 and Math 3 NC check-ins, along with benchmark assessments in all classes. Prom season has been a major focus. I was able to host my school's first Prom Prep and Peace wellness event, helping young ladies prepare for not only with just emotions for prom, but to give away dresses, shoes, accessories, and anything else they may need for their special day. Other notable events including Senior Scholar Awards, National Honor Society induction, and upcoming end-of-year award programs, with invitations being shared through Parent Square. Overall, April has been filled with academic progress, student recognition, and preparations for major end-of-year celebrations. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Starting off, we've had a lot of students to celebrate recently at Northeastern. Last Wednesday, 19 Northeastern seniors were invited to Senior Scholars. They were recognized for maintaining at least a 3.5 GPA throughout high school. Now tomorrow night, 147 Northeastern students will be recognized at the SAT Awards, and 47 seniors will be recognized at Senior Awards Night on May 14th. And a bit of athletic news, the track team hosted their senior night last Wednesday, drawing in a large crowd of community members for their final home meet. Northeastern has also been excelling in the arts. The Graphic Design Club released their first volume of the Eagle's Eye magazine. It showcased art, poetry, and storytelling from students, staff, and alumni. Additionally, the Northeastern and Pasquotank drama departments performed Alice by Heart last weekend. Community members gave it raving reviews. Finally, we'd like to thank the ROTC staff, prom committee, and Cornerstone Baptist Church. The ROTC staff planned and hosted an entire military ball last Saturday, and the Cornerstone Baptist Church has donated suits and dresses in preparation for our prom on May 2nd. Prom has been planned by a group of staff, including Ms. Johnson and Ms. Mitchell, so we wanted to give them a shout out for all the work they do. Thank you.
Thank you, student board members. At this time, I need an approval, a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented that includes our minutes from March 23rd, 2026, our fundraiser report, our purchasing report, our rental report, and the superintendent's recommendations for personnel.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, and thank you, Mr. Old. I need a second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Warden. It has been moved by Mr. Old and seconded by Ms. Warden. Can I get a vote by show of hands? Okay, let the record reflect that that was unanimous. Okay, now we move on to some unfinished business. I need a motion to approve the revisions to policy 3620 as presented.
Ms. Haynes, do you want to present something first before we do that? Okay. Okay.
And this was a second read, correct? Yep.
Okay, are there any questions for Ms. Haynes?
Do we need a motion for that revision?
Mm-hmm.
We do. Okay.
Yes.
I move that we approve the revisions for policy 3620.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Ms. Warden, seconded by Ms. Bogues. Can I get a vote by show of hands? Okay, let the record reflect that that's unanimous as well. Okay, we'll be moving on to new business. We have Ms. Wabels presenting grades 3 through 12 high-quality instructional materials ELA adoption.
Good evening, Vice Chair Pereza, board members, Dr. Parker, colleagues in our community. Tonight, I have a team. Ms. Jennifer Darnell and Ms. Terry Dowdy will be presenting with me. We'd like to present tonight our ELA high-quality core instructional materials. We're asking that you adopt the curriculum. Next slide. First of all, it's important to establish a why do we need to adopt a high-quality instructional material in ELA. First of all, research shows that it improves student learning and performance outcomes. It ensures standards alignment, and it promotes instructional consistency. You can see from the diagram, the state gives us standard course of studies. They tell us the expectations of things we have to teach, right? So that's the HQIM, which is the vehicle, is going to be how we get there. So they tell us this is what all of our students need to know in order to take and pass EOGs, EOCs at the end of the semester, end of the year. What our HQIMs will do, it will provide deeper learning for our students. It will not be just an opportunity for our students to sit and get. It will be an opportunity for them to learn, grow, have deep learning experiences, and apply what they've already learned to new things so that they will build upon it year after year. Next slide. Tonight, we're asking the board to adopt core curriculum materials In grades 3 through 5, we want to adopt ELA guidebooks. In grades 6 through 12, we want to do a hybrid of ELA guidebooks and Common Lit for our core instructional materials. Next slide. We've taken time to receive a lot of feedback from our teachers on all the things that we need to do to get this right. We've also had opportunities for our administrators, Teacher of the Year, and what we found was these things. We plugged them into, of course, we did like all this information gathering, and then of course, what did we do? We used AI, and we said to AI, please prioritize from 1 to 10 the things that we need to make sure that we integrate while we implement HQIM. So AI gave us a to-do list, and we will be using that list to ensure that we get it right so that we're ready to rock and roll this August for our students, and we have high-quality instructional materials in ELA for all of our classrooms, grades 3 through 12. Next slide. Now I have asked Ms. Terry Dowdy. She is one of the teachers who has used ELA guidebooks, and she piloted the program this fall and into the spring. So I'm going to ask Terry to come up and share some of her experiences, talk through. If you have any questions, you certainly can ask her. Thank you.
Good evening. So I'm a 4th grade English teacher or reading teacher, and I piloted the ELA guidebooks. And what I found is that this curriculum had the benefits of high standards and student growth. So the focus is on anchor text rather than passages that don't connect to each other. A path to independence. The lessons are structured to move the students from a guided practice to an independent mastery, and ensuring that they're capable to apply what they've learned. The knowledge-based literacy, it aligns with the science of reading, so we are building a deep knowledge, integrating learning, so instead of the skill a week or the skill drills, it kind of brings everything in together so that we have real-world experiences for our students. And the instruction is purposeful. So every day, the everyday lesson is a backwards planning or backwards designed so that there's a final project that goes with each of the units. There's advanced writing development. So every single day, the students are writing. They are writing for journals, they're writing essays, they're learning grammar. So all that is tied into the ELA guidebooks. Along with that, processing big ideas. So the writing is used as a tool to help the students think through and understand the complex themes in their books. And then there's diversity perspectives and global awarenesses. So in the text that we will be choosing from, we will see things like where students will see authentic voices, where there's diverse backgrounds. Empathy and understanding will also be used through the themes. So in summary, the ELA guidebooks provides a turnkey, high-quality instructional framework that exceeds rigorous state literacy mandates. And by anchoring literacy in content-rich instruction, we're going to be equipped for our students to critical think and build background knowledge. And then at the very bottom, I just put a graphic up there so that you can see we already do this in our classrooms. We have the whole group, we have small group instruction, and we have the intervention. It's just using different materials, which would be the novels and anchor texts, to bring that whole thing together. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'd like to have Jennifer Darnell. She's going to present tonight on grades 6 through 12, an ELA hybrid guidebook and Common Lit model.
Good evening. So for grades 6 through 12, we would really like to leverage the benefits of both of the two core curriculums. The ELA guidebooks does everything that Terry just explained. It will use those anchor texts, and it uses supplemental text to build off the concepts of the anchor text. It uses backwards design to format or to end with a culminating writing task. It has writing instruction and assignments in every component, in every phase of the curriculum. It structures units from introduction through an application, so you can actually take it even deeper than just standard reading and writing. And it uses those supplemental texts, again, to build on those themes, to build on the writing assignments, and everything comes back through. Common Lit is organized in thematic units. It also uses units comprised of a variety of types. The texts are all different types in different lexile ranges within the grade-appropriate lexile range. The lessons contain shorter writing pieces, but also explicit vocabulary activities tied to both the academic vocabulary and text vocabulary. Common Lit utilizes EOC-style assessments, both in its practice text and in its end-of-unit tests. It uses basic explicit instructional materials that are included in each unit and provides text from a variety of perspectives, both ethnic, socioeconomic, and cultural. Can you go to the next slide, please? Thank you. The benefits of the hybrid curriculum would allow us to use those grade level appropriate anchor novels from the ELA guidebooks to build student reading stamina, something that we have noticed has been dropping back in the last few years. It has embedded writing at all stages, and we all know that students who write are students who are learning. It allows for a much more flexible use of the supplemental text to build that student critical thinking and background knowledge, especially since you could pull from a variety of lexile levels within the appropriate range. The use of EOC-style assessments at the end of data for data analysis, or end of units for data analysis, creates a gradual release using the I do, we do, you do framework. It would fit the North Carolina Standard Course of Study very explicitly, so benefits for new teachers fresh out of college or lateral entry teachers, and allows for the inclusion of works from a variety of perspectives, cultural or ethnic backgrounds, and text types.
Do you have any questions so far? Yes, ma'am.
I was the writing part of it. Is it going to be free writing, structured? What is that? Is it going to be graded by, is it going to be peer grades? Is it going to be teacher evaluation? How is that going to be handled? Is it going to be a variety of?
So the writing is integrating all of that.
Okay.
Every day they're writing, and they might be writing towards working on the culminating activity. They might be responding to a text. They might be sharing a reading with a partner, and then they're peer editing together. So it kind of takes the whole writing process in many different facets, and it ties it all together.
I understood also that you've implemented this with, what were the students' reactions to this instruction?
The students actually, the novel was Bud Not Buddy, so it was very interesting to them. And they really thrived. I mean, students don't like to write, but I find when I start out, when I start teaching at the beginning of the year, writing just becomes something that we do.
Right.
So it's an expectation, and then it becomes something that they just do.
It's just natural.
It's natural, yes.
Good.
And so are the ELA guidebooks digital as well as Common Lit? Everything can be accessed on their Chromebook, right?
Yes.
They are both open source resources, yes.
And to clarify for the board, that means at its heart, they're no cost, but there could be purchase of supplemental resources, like taking some of the work and purchasing it in a book. But these resources have been made available as open source. They're aligned to the North Carolina, they're aligned to Common Core, which is what our standards are based on in North Carolina. So the ELA guidebooks were developed in Louisiana, for example, by their State Department of Education, but they're aligned to Common Core, so they could be used anywhere anybody uses Common Core.
Right. Thank you.
We're having some technical. It's okay.
It's all right.
So as we move to, I'll go on at anything that we don't
That proves
see.
we're still in control.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So as we move towards implementation, the key things will be is we'll start planning with our teachers on unit writing. We're going to create an ELA resource hub, so that way our teachers will be able to kind of go in and click and go, find what they need. There'll be units set up. We'll have a team. 2 of my team members right there, that will be helping to develop that. The goal is before our teachers leave in June, our teachers grades 3 through 12, they'll know exactly what chapter books we'll be doing next year, so that way during the summer they can actually spend some time reading the books themselves, just so they can get familiar with it. During the summer, our team will create the ELA hub. Also, when our principals will know during their leadership retreat week, we'll start planning with them. When the teachers return, we'll spend some time training them in August. And then the training will be ongoing, right? It's not going to be just a one and done. We know that as we get going, we're going to have some questions. We're going to have things we're going to have to tweak. But the goal is to really have a solid hub that they can grab and go and start with. And then we'll have reflection processes throughout. Next slide. Let me see if I think I covered. Yep. And then our professional development, just like I said, it will be ongoing. So in August, we'll have our rollout with our staff. We'll have ongoing PD within our schools, as in grade level, horizontal meetings, all the things to make sure that as we roll this out, it just gets better with time. Next slide. So tonight, we request our Board of Education to take action and approve the adoption of the following curriculums: grades 3 through 5, ELA guidebooks; grades 6 through 12, hybrid of ELA guidebooks and Common Lit.
Thank you, Dr. Waples
Thank you.
and team.
Thank you.
Are there any questions from the board? Okay, if not, I would like to get a motion to approve grades 3 through 12 high-quality instructional materials ELA adoption as presented.
So move.
And I need a second. All right, it has been moved by Ms. Warden, second by Ms. Bogues. Can I get a show of hands for vote? Okay, let the record reflect that that's unanimous. Okay, now we have Ms. Kinzel presenting a calendar revision for the early college.
Thank you for that. Good evening, Madam Vice Chair Perez and members of the board and Dr. Parker. Yeah, that was kind of my lead when we talked about this. You know, at the top corner of every calendar that's published, it says this is subject to change. And I'm sorry that I have to stand before you after having you vote on a calendar last month and ask you to readopt a revised version of this. Unfortunately, when we went to enter the calendar dates into our student information system, it rejected some of that information because we found some errors. With that, we went back to work with Ms. Lee and with Ms. Proctor and the eagle eye of Ms. Amy Bundy, and we double-checked and triple-checked and quadruple-checked it this time to make sure, and it actually was entered in. So what you have in front of you this evening is a revision of the original that you adopted last month, correcting the errors we found when we entered it in. So with that, I will answer any questions, but I respectfully and very apologetically request that the board adopt the revised calendar for the early college for the 26-27 school year.
And Sandy, would you just summarize really quickly what some of those changes were?
Yes, absolutely. We had a duplicate date that was being counted as a holiday as well as an annual leave day, so we fixed that. And we had to, in order to meet the requirement for the teacher's contract, we had to add additional work days at the beginning and at the end. And actually, you know, when things happen, sometimes there's a blessing. And Ms. Lee, who is very positive about it, found that, you know, this was going to actually enhance what she needed to do with her staff before, as well as being able to schedule some events after the school year to allow them to meet as a team to revise their school improvement plan.
And then just one point of clarification to emphasize that, Sandy, I'm correct in saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but with the exception of the one day that was the holiday and the leave day, then adding the work days, the actual academic calendar is still aligned because it follows COA's
Absolutely,
schedule.
absolutely. So we kept the guts of it the same and just made the appropriate change in the designations of the dates that were duplicated, and then added the additional work days at the beginning and the end. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Ms. Kinzel. Do we have any questions about the calendar revision from the board? Okay, if not, I would like to get a motion to approve the early college 2026-2027 calendar revision as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the calendar as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Olds. Can I get a second?
A second.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bogues. Been moved by Mr. Olds and second by Ms. Bogues. Can I get a show of hands for a vote? All right, let the record reflect that was unanimous. Moving on, we have EC teacher assistant contracts. Ms. Tamarelli.
Good evening, Vice Chair Pereza, Dr. Parker, and board members. Tonight I come to you to request approval to increase from 3 teacher assistants to 4 teacher assistants throughout the end of the school year to cover positions due to resignations. 3 of the positions are covered through special state funding, and they are existing allotments within the budget.
Okay, are there any questions? You've had a chance to review those contracts. Are there any questions for Ms. Tamarelli from the board? Okay, if not, I need a motion to approve the EC teacher assistant contracts as presented.
Make a motion to approve the EC teacher assistant contracts.
All right, I need a second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Olds. Can I have a show of hands for a vote? Can I have a show of hands for a vote? Thank you. Let the record reflect that was unanimous. All right, moving on to 2026-27 budget. Ms. Tilley?
Good evening, Vice Chair Pereza, other distinguished board members. It's my pleasure tonight to present to you the 2026-2027 budget. As you are all aware, after having some work sessions prior to tonight and as part of our development of the budget, this year is particularly challenging for us as we are projecting increased salary costs as well as benefit cost, but also reduction in revenues. So the budget that's presented tonight is our most conservative estimate at this time. The amount of money that we're getting from the state is the minimum that we would receive. So we are very hopeful that the state of North Carolina will pass a budget and we will have, our revenues will be greater than what is projected in here. The budget is based on our best one of 2 from the current year, which is 4,620 students. It includes salary increases by 3%, a retirement rate of 25.5%, which is approximately a 3% increase from this year's rate, and an increase to the hospitalization rate where it would be $9,000 a year per employee. We maximize our funds from all funding sources to meet goals and objectives of the strategic plan that this board approved. Therefore, the budget is focusing on those strategies. DLI, we will move up to 3rd grade this year at Central, Northside, and J.C. Sawyer. 1st grade at P.W. Moore and Weeksville, and then Sheep Harney will go to 2nd grade. We will also have middle years IB program at Elizabeth City Middle and River Road Middle, and Northeastern High School, and Pasquotank High School will continue to have that program and then will obtain authorization for the IB diploma in the following year. So that is an ongoing process at those 4 secondary schools. Our micro school, our new initiative this year, we have 25 fifth and sixth graders enrolled, and we're anticipating adding 15 fifth graders when our lottery process is done later next month, I believe. The Aviation Academy currently has 17 students, and we are hoping to recruit 25 for next school year. In regards to expanding partnerships, we are continue to expand our collaborations with COA and Elizabeth City State University with our Aviation Academy. And of course, the micro school, they recognized a lot of their community partners tonight. And finally, the YMCA will continue to provide physical education for our early college students. In our talent and recruitment, retention and development, our advanced teaching role model with our MCLs is expected to be expanded to our EC department as well as our early college. And seeing as how our staff is one of our greatest resources, through our Pathway program in partnership with Elizabeth City State University, and the teachers who would like to become administrators through East Carolina Pirate Leadership and North Carolina Central University programs, we are anticipating 4 Pathway students who will be eligible to apply for teaching jobs and 4 AP interns who will be eligible to apply for school administrator positions. This budget also includes continued incentives that have been in place for several years. A retention bonus of $400 that's paid in June if you're employed as of October 1st and stay employed through the last day of school. $1,000 sign-on bonus as part of the low wealth where the state matches. They provide $500 and we provide $500, and that's a sign-on bonus for teachers who are employed as of October 1st. While this year we were able to give everybody a step increase on their years of experience, of course, with no state budget, our employees, our classified employees did not see an increase, but this budget has taken into consideration a step increase in years of experience and, again, like I mentioned, a 3% salary increase. We are continuing one-time sign-on bonuses of $1,000 for bus drivers and monthly bonus attendance for bus drivers as well as annual attendance bonus. The budget tonight, operational excellence. Our facility conditions assessment, while we had hoped to have that ready tonight and to go to develop our capital budget, it is not, and so we will be meeting to look at that as a comprehensive plan as we move forward with our capital outlay. The proposed budget tonight is $74.5 million. As I previously mentioned, this is the minimum that our budget will be. We are anticipating increased revenues from the state. It does include a 3% reduction of federal revenues and an appropriation of $4.8 million from our fund balance. And finally, the capital outlay, our capital budget, we are focusing on infrastructure needs. We've had a lot of emergencies this year with our aging facilities, and so we are requesting several different buckets, so to speak, for large upgrades across the district, such as plumbing, electrical, and fire suppression systems, fire alarm panel upgrades. And then safety and security is always a priority for us, and so we are asking for updated radios, intercom systems at a couple of sites, security upgrades, resurfacing the track at Northeastern. If you remember, we resurfaced, or we're in the process of resurfacing Pasquotank this year, and then some appliance upgrades in our EC classrooms. So our request to the county will be, that total local budget is $17 million, but our total request from the county will be $15.8 million, 12.3 from local current expense and 3.5 from capital outlay. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Tilley. The board has had a chance to review this budget as she said. Do you have any questions for her? Okay. At this time, I need a motion to approve the 2026-27 budget as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the budget as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Olds. I need a second. Thank you, Ms. Bowes. Can I get a show of hands for a vote? Thank you. Let the record reflect that's unanimous.
Thank you.
Now we will have driver's education services, RFP, and driver's education service fee. Ms. White?
Good evening, Vice Chair Pereza, board members, Dr. Parker, and all assembled. Tonight I want to speak with you about our driver's ed RFP. Requests for proposal for driver's ed were advertised from the end of February to the end of March of this year. Based on the proposals received, we recommend continuing our partnership with the North Carolina Driving School as they have the most experience and the most affordable rate. We also propose an increase to the driver education student fee from $45 to $65. We are asking that the board consider renewing the contract with the North Carolina Driving School Incorporated and increase the driver education student fee from $45 to $65 beginning September 1st, 2026.
Okay, this information is in your board packet. Does anyone have any questions for Ms. White? Okay.
Why the increase on the student fee?
Just maintaining everything that needs to happen, cost of fuel, even though we'll be using cars with the driving school, it's the minimum amount of an increase that we can have.
Okay, thank
And Ms. White, am I correct in that, and Ms. Tilly and I think have talked about this, but we've had a flat fee
Yes.
for several years, and so this would be, we tried to hold that increase off for several years, and we sort of absorbed some of those costs. But this has been multiple years where we've had a flat fee, and so trying to give parents enough heads up to know that that's coming, but then also getting, sort of matching what some of our neighbors around the state have done with the fee. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions for Ms. White? All right, at this time, I need a motion to approve the driver's education services RFP and service fees as presented.
I move that we approve the driver's education services and driver's education service fee.
Thank you, Ms. Warden. Can I get a second?
I'd second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Olds. Can I get a show of hands for a vote? Thank you. Let the record reflect that that was unanimous. All right, now we have the PCHS chiller from Jordan.
Good evening, Vice Chair Pereza, Dr. Parker, board members. I come before you this evening, as Ms. Tilly previously mentioned, for a request for a chiller, a compressor for the chiller at Pasquotank High School. This chiller went down as a result of a power outage we experienced on April 12th during the evening. And when we came in on Monday and the system started up, one of the chillers is not operating. So as a result, we did solicit for 3 prices and only received one included in your packet, and that price is $77,346.95. I'm requesting this evening the board approve that price so that we can get the chiller replaced and get the HVAC system operational to its full capacity at Pasquotank County High School. Are there any questions?
Any questions from the board? Okay, if not, I need a motion to approve the PCHS chiller quote as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the chiller.
Thank you, Mr. Olds. Need a second?
I'll second.
All right, thank you, Ms. Warden. Can I get a show of hands for a vote? Thank you. Let the record reflect that that's unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jordan. And next we have Ms. Haynes, Policy 6140 revisions.
Vice Chair Pereza and board members, good evening. So tonight we present for first read a policy revision to ECPPS Policy 6140 Student Wellness. So the requested revision revises the wording in Section D, Number 3, to align with State Board Policy SHLT 000, the Healthy Active Children Policy, Section 5, Number 5. So in your track change document, you'll see that the sentence that currently reads, beginning with the 2025-2026 school year, students in grades 9 through 12 must be provided with 60 minutes of physical activity weekly,
change to, beginning with the 2025-2026 school year, students in grades 9 through 12 must be provided the opportunity to participate in 60 minutes of physical activity weekly. Again, that's a word-for-word change to align with the state board policy. And this is for information only this month, as it is first read. And then the final item on the agenda this evening is item H, the contract amendment for Hunley Stooks Educational Consultants, LLC. So this amendment, Amendment C for Hunley Stooks Educational Consultant, LLC, it expands the scope of work for Hunley Stooks. Are there any questions on the amendment?
Thank you, Ms. Haynes. If there's no further questions for her on this amended item, we need a motion to approve item H, contract amendment, Hunley Stooks Educational Consultants, LLC, as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the contract amendment as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Olds. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Warden. Can I get a show of hands for vote? Let the record reflect that's unanimous.
Thank you.
Anything else for this evening? All right, if not, I need a motion to adjourn the April 27th, 2026 meeting of the board.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Great, thank you, Mr. Olds. And can I get a second?
Second.
And a third.
We both second.
Ms. Warden, I think I heard you first. And can I get a vote? Ms. Show of hands. Thank you. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you.
And want to thank the vice chair for doing an excellent job this evening.
I tried.
We brought you back on the field here, and you did a great job, so thank you, Pam.
I mean, it got cooler when everybody left.